The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the number one rated podcast on the Dallas Cowboys Network. This is Hanging with the Boys, and you are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where, man, they're getting ready to throw down for Oktoberfest tomorrow. If you're just listening and not looking, go check out the video feed, because there are tents all over, not just the plaza, but all over the Star, down the streets. It's going to be a big time. A lot of beer going to be drunk tomorrow. A lot of
You
bourbon.
gonna be here?
I think I'm going to come. I'm going to come check it out. I will be without child tomorrow, so I may come. Watch out.
Watch out.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
That's going to be a drop.
It is.
Watch out.
It is 87 degrees. The high is 90. The low, it's going to get down to 66 tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you are?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm looking at you. Look, you nodded at me. I nodded back at you.
How you doing? Yes, sir.
I'm good. I'm right. This is my boy Kurt. That's Nate. This is Shannon. In the back is our boy Chris, keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us.
Feel us
When
while I eat.
we
When I eat.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
We still going. We still going.
And thank you, Mo.
Mo.
And thank you, Wingstop, for
Yes.
providing today's
picking up.
today's spread, even though Jesse left me on the porch again
I'm
with
telling
no
you, I'm going to
boneless
show you
wings.
the order. I'm going to show you the order. I put in.
You know what?
But he
It's
did-
always against me and you.
I know,
leaving us
it's
on the
always
court.
something.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
something.
Says the man, I went outside of the box and got you 10 plain.
Yeah, you did get plain wings, which
I
is
just
weird.
want to see, was you going to be Jesse?
No, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. You ain't got to listen. You can set your watch to it. I'm gonna be me.
I did get my veggie sticks.
And I
though.
hit him late. I hit him like an hour late.
Yeah.
He came across for me,
Which,
man.
by the way, call us today, and when you call, Jesse,
be who you are.
Be who
be
you
who
are.
no
We
dumb-
will give you your 30
You know
seconds
what?
of fame.
No dummies on this show today, because we want to. This is the people show, and we want to thank you. It took us 7 years to get to the top, but we are finally here. All thanks to you. The
7
people,
is the number
the
of completion.
listeners.
Come on, Lord.
How many years you been
Come
on?
on, Lord.
How many years you been on the show? Because that's when it all started. 6, 5.
Sure. 2018, 19, 5.
It's been at least 5. Yeah. So it took us 5 years to get here, but we made
And the thing
it.
about
Mom,
it-
we made it.
We made it.
That's award-winning
Jeff.
radio right
So
Love you, Jeff.
when you call in, Jesse gave me crap the other day because I said, "Where's the celery and the carrots at? Where are the
Yeah.
veggie sticks?" And he was like, "What'd you say? I'm not 4 years old.
Yeah.
I don't eat veggie sticks."
Yeah.
I thought, is that a thing in the community? Because I always thought that everyone ate veggie. Do you eat with your apple pie and your and your wings? Do you eat veggie sticks, Kurt?
Not usually, but definitely not celery.
Maybe it's a meat
I'll
thing.
do carrots sometimes. I mean, my daughter does, but she's 9.
Do you?
No.
Oh, so you know what?
It's a you thing.
I
is a
thank
you
you for
thing.
making me self-aware.
It's
Now
all
I
good.
know.
So
Okay,
that's what I'm here for.
Let me put these back in the middle. I
Yeah.
won't eat these.
No, you can have Adam. Trust me.
Because no one else
No
wants
one
them.
else wants them. I can promise you.
That's funny.
Promise you.
That is funny. All right. Well, how's everybody's Friday going so far before we get into football?
I got paid today.
It's a good day for you. Huh?
Good day for me.
Nothing help your mentals and dentals
Man,
out
let me
like
tell
a
you
good
something
old
right there.
payday.
It hit right on time. They hit right on time.
How about you, Kurt?
Good. I'm glad it's Friday. Looking
Yeah.
forward to the weekend.
Nate?
We good.
We good?
We good.
Chris, you are going to be experiencing inclement weather over the weekend, right? Bad weather up in Pittsburgh.
That's what they say. We'll see what time we'll get back on Monday.
Heard the game start might be delayed, and then you guys might be delayed coming back too.
Yeah.
huh? Depending
Should be
on the weather.
fun.
They
But you know-
said
I've only been in this chair for 5 hours today. I can't wait till Monday.
They said that it could get so bad that it can delay the game. So, fellas,
Monday.
they already told us on, Scott Waters said, well, we may do the pregame. We may not get the post in. Y'all have to come in Monday and do the post.
That's time and a half, Scott.
Yeah. Triple time.
Yeah.
Extra day.
For Barry,
You know Barry.
For Barry Isaiah,
Barry don't let nothing skip.
You know
Oh,
what?
my God.
I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Nate just said, you know what? Just pay me my hourly rate. I'm just going to sit on set until y'all get ready to go. If it's 12 hours, it's 12 hours.
It
Just
is.
wake
It
me
is.
up. Wake me up, baby. I'll be over here.
We did something with me and Joe Green yesterday on the show. And we supposed to been back. It's supposed to been today. Then they moved it to yesterday at 4:30. And then Kyle had some traffic problem. They moved it at 4:30. Like, how you doing there? I'm here, dog. I'm here, but y'all got to start doing like Jesse. Y'all got to start bringing some wings.
Bring some food.
Yeah, I got to bring a little food.
Bring some food. So if the weather is that bad, does it probably the way both of these teams are built, it probably isn't really an advantage one way or the other, right? And I have a question. I think we've talked about this in the past a while back, but you hear both sides. Does bad weather help the offense better because you know where you're going, but you have to plant more? Does it help the defense because it's harder to?
It helps the offense more.
You think?
It does. It does.
Skill positions are all across the board.
All across the board. I already have the advantage in the snap count.
Mm-hmm.
I know where I'm going, and I'm doing going forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it going backwards, right? From at least from a DB safety perspective.
So like if you're making you're breaking to the left, you might have to put that right foot in the ground a little bit harder, where the safety's still
A little bit
on
more
skates.
safer.
Yeah. And so and now where the defense get back and plays is all right. Is it windy? Because now if it's windy, I know they ain't throwing the ball deep, right? So now I can sit on everything 10 yards and under. If it's a wet, inclement weather, now I'm trying to punch the ball out more, right? So anytime I get close to a guy, one hand wrap, one hand punch. So those are the advantages. But like, if the field is compromised in a wet or muddy type situation, the advantages goes to the offense because everything that we're doing is going forward. Defensively, even when you brace, you're right. If I'm running the ball, even when you brace, you're still trying to anchor that leg into the ground. If I'm just coming forward, then you got to deal with that too. So it's advantage offense if the weather is, if it's inclement.
Now, your punter is affected, and so the coach is going to be careful where and how he punts this ball
Because of the wind or because of the wetness?
Because of the wind, and the powerful field goal kicker. And the way these kids are kicking, now you can take at least 10 yards. If that wind is up over 10 or 15 miles per hour, you have to be real careful because it could cost you as a coach if you just let it be haphazard. And it don't hurt. A lot of people say, once you know, it don't hurt to say, hey, fellas, it's wet out there. Hey, fellas, be careful how you step. It tends to just make people aware because if that field get ugly, you may, if you're a good tight cover corner, you may want to back up a few feet. You may want to be a little bit smarter, If you're that guy that's coming off the end and you like bending it a lot, you may want to be a little bit careful because not only will you lose your footing, you can tweak something.
Now, when you talk about advantage home or away, right? Yeah. Advantage goes to the home team.
Yes, it does.
Because they know the field. They play in these conditions. Like Pittsburgh.
And they're an outdoor team.
Yeah. So they understand, they know that. You'll hear it a lot on the telecast this week. Cleats. What cleats are guys wearing, right? 1/4 inch, all your spikes.
And they already know that because they play on it all the time.
They know.
Right? That field, this is what I wear.
They know the divots. They know what part of the field is going to be a little bit more soggy. They know the wind rotation. I was listening to
New York Giants.
Right. I was listening to one of the McCarthy brothers tell this story about. He said, "What made me believe every word out of Bill Belichick's mouth was they were playing a game, and it said he's his rookie year, and he's they're going in the pregame, And he says, Bill walks up to him and he says, listen, when the ball's coming this way on this side of the field, when you throw the ball in the air, the way that the wind comes in the stadium, it catches it. So the ball won't sail far on this side of the field going this way. The wind will catch it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, later on in that game, Devin McCourty, or one of the McCourty, Devin or Jason, they throw a pass on that sideline going in that direction. It's coming, and you see the wind catches the ball, and it falls short, and he gets an interception. So that's advantage home teams, that they know exactly all those small little things. You know, it's going to be interesting. Hey, you know, we'll take the ball. We're kicking this way, right? Because they want to have the Cowboys maybe wind in their face in the fourth quarter if it comes down to one of those tight games. So that's advantage home or away. It's going to go to the home team.
It's kind of like at AT&T, right? Like, you know this time of year,
the sun.
you know what quarter you need to be going this direction, because if you're looking back at the ball, you're not going to be able to see anything. Yeah. So that's all great
Did
points.
you guys like playing in the mud and the muck?
It don't make no difference to me. I was an earth move.
Hated it.
You hated it?
I hated it. I did not like. I don't like to be like for my clothes to be wet,
sticking to you.
I don't like it. It just feels. I don't
like a blanket.
I don't like my clothes.
Look, I'm like, I'm thinking this Ohio.
My clothes.
This Ohio, the Ohio Players album, Honey. That one where they got the lady in the fire hat and the honey.
No.
Yeah. I just saw that.
I didn't like it.
Works in a mysterious way.
Yeah, I don't like. I'd rather play in cold.
Ooh, no.
Rather than wet.
Really? Because you feel heavy when you're wet.
Like, yeah,
I'd rather play in wet than cold. For me to be the fattest guy in America, I could never get warm.
You didn't like cold?
I think cold would just sting more or something.
Nah. It does, but I can. You can adjust to cold sometimes.
Ask
how
wet.
How did you adjust?
Because once you get going and once you get
Depends
rolling,
on how cold.
Right. No.
Ask Church about that. Chris will remember this. That Chicago game where Church, I'm sure he remembers. A lot of the guys came out. Some guys came out without sleeves.
Dumb. That's
Church
stupid.
went out, ran to the other end of the field, ran
dumb.
back, came back out with sleeves on.
That's dumb.
Yes.
I disappeared the whole warm up in Philadelphia, the 4th and 1. I remember the 4th and 1 where we failed. I remember I cut my sleeves, had my just regular gloves on. I ran out to the field, and I ran back. And I just kept putting on glare after glare. And when I finally got back out, it was kick. The last thing you kick is a couple of field goals. They're like, man, you had to use the restroom?
You didn't even do the warm-up? Like the team warm-up?
I did not even do the warm-up.
I thought you were talking about stretching. You're talking about like group activity.
The whole thing. Mike McCarthy looking at me like, big fella, we have nothing else going on.
All right, let's take our first call before we go to break, and then we'll get back and talk a little Cowboys, Steelers. Who we got, Chris?
We have Soul in Oxnard, California.
Hey, what is up?
Yo, what up? What up, fam? How's it going?
Good. How are you? How you say your name, sir?
Pretty good. My name is Saul.
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 All right.
Yes, sir. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Appreciate you listening and calling.
Just two things. First, Nate, just want to say, great player, man. Just sucks last year. I met you out in our training camp, and I just wanted to say thank you very much. You're the one that put the smile to everybody's face. You got me through a dark time. But for some reason, at the training camp, you did not let me say nothing. You were just like, I'm working, sir. I'm working, sir. I'm working, sir.
Was I walking on the field?
Sir, I'm working, sir. No, you were right there right before you get to the VIP where the fence is. Yeah. We're in the VIP. You were standing, and then I kind of like, I just wanted to say that, what I just said, just thank you for getting me through a tough time. So we're a lot better. But, yeah, I couldn't get a word out that time. But,
Nate's
love
working,
your
he's working.
personality online.
I probably was getting ready to talk to this show.
Yeah, he's working for us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did I speak, though?
No. All I heard from you is that. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. No, not even sorry. You're like, I'm working, sir. I'm working, sir.
I can see him with the hand out like this, with the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Not making eye contact. Yeah. Sir, I'm working.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, all right, he's busy. I'm just going to go back to over here. And that they actually got lucky because I got
start hollering for Mickey. Mickey, Nate wants to talk to us.
I think it was the day where the Cowboy players' family was able to make it onto the field that day. So I was able to get Trayvon Diggs' signature, Michael Parsons, took a picture with Jerry Jones. So it was awesome.
Well, good deal.
But go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, what is your score prediction for the game, sir?
I'm going 24-21 Cowboys by a field. Our kicker's going to win it for us, man, because that's the only thing we got going for us right now. And another thing I just want to mention, I just want to pick on a little thing I want to nitpick is all these Cowboy fans hating on Dak Prescott, man. These guys forgot about all these quarterbacks in the past, like Ryan Leaf, Quincy Carter, Vinny Testaverde, Drew Bledsoe. You know, they don't understand the struggle. They don't remember the back-to-back seasons under Dave Campo with 5-11. Like, come on, man. We finally have something, and I'm sorry if Dak Prescott can't make an interception, you know? Sometimes they expect him to do everything. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you got to say. Thank you guys for taking my call, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Saul. Well, we would answer that, but we're working, so I can't answer any of that. 24-21. That's a pretty solid. By the way, Cowboys are 2.5-point underdogs. So, all right, let's take our first break. When we come back, more phone calls and Cowboy. Call us 888-855-2297 and more Cowboy Steelers on Hanging In with the boys. Yeah.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com.
So you didn't have to get a shot?
Blockchain.com? Nah, I don't. I mean, I hope not.
We'll see next week.
Monday, y'all know why. Kurt.
Yes.
Cowboys Nation.
Hey.
Let's get ready for the ultimate game day experience. Thanks to 7-Eleven, you can win a VIP experience to the Cowboys versus Bengals showdown on December the 9th. Just text Cowboys VIP to 711-711 for your chance to win premium club tickets, sideline passes, travel, and more. Don't miss out. Enter now. No purchase necessary. Ends on 11/20. Must be 18 or older in the USDC. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply. Visit bit.ly/go711-711 for full details and non-text entry. If that wind's blowing that hard, Saul brought up the kicker. You might you might be able to kick like an 85-yard field goal.
If it's behind you.
Yeah.
Man, if it's behind you.
Yeah, exactly. How bad does the special teams representative on the show, how bad does weather, bad footing, and all that affect the kicker's mentality? Or the delivery of the ball off the foot or the turf or mud or whatever?
It's all of that because it isn't necessarily like the kick leg a lot of times. It's that plant leg.
Slip. If
that plant leg is not solid, then they don't get the proper follow through. It's like for those who golf, right? Like if when you're trying to putt the ball, if your head and your shoulders start going the opposite way, that ball starts tailing off that way. If you're trying to hit the ball off the tee, same thing happens with kicking. I got to be able to have that plant foot down. I can't have it sliding, moving one way or the other because my foot's gonna carry that way and sail that ball that way. So now, if I'm doing a 25-yarder, maybe it doesn't affect it that much because the trajectory that I'm kicking it at isn't that long distance. But I'm doing 45, 50, 55. That ball starts sailing, and before you know it, it's on the outside of that upright. It's hitting the upright. So that's the part that is really, really, really critical, which is getting that plant foot down. And then on the punts, if you're directional punting, and this is key, because if we're punting right, when the ball comes off his foot, the way that we fan out and close down the right side of the field, if that ball starts to sail back middle or left, we're all going right.
And you're not watching the ball, right?
No, we don't see the ball.
Yeah, right.
You never see the ball.
It's above you, so you don't know it's going.
You listen,
right?
Like the two things you listen for when you're on the punt team. Two things. The one thing you really listen for. You want to hit a thud. You don't want to hit a double thud, right? You want to hit a doop. You don't want to hit doop doop. That means somebody blocked the punt.
That means turn around.
That means turn around, right? And so I want to hear that doop. That's the ball's off. I'm not running down looking up looking up. No, we said punt right. It's going right. So we fan out and we close off the left side of the field that way. So if the ball is kicked and it starts going middle or left, we're screwed.
Does the punter yell out left?
Yeah, he may, but you'll watch the returner.
Yeah.
Right? You'll watch.
See where he's fading.
You'll see where he's going. If he starts taking a drastic turn this way, of course you're gonna shift that way. But our rush lanes, I'm sorry, not rush lanes, but our cover lanes are now compromised. And now guys are close to each other. You know what I mean? When we're supposed to be spread apart. And now if he gets past that first wave, it's all thrown off, and now it could be for a big return.
What's the other thing you listen for? Is it Peter? Is that what y'all say?
On punt return.
Okay.
On punt return.
You said you're listening for two things, though.
Well, I said I was going to say the double thud, but on punt, I just want to hit a thud.
Thud or double thud.
Or the double thud. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. All right. So Coach McCarthy said something, and I want to get you guys' take on this. Nate, we'll start with you. He said it's about players, which I agree. If you don't have the players, but he said it's not about plays, right? But if you have a subpar player, don't you have to call plays to help that player out and not get him destroyed like our guy did in Atlanta several years ago?
Yes, you do.
So,
yes, you do.
What are your thoughts on, is that just coach speak saying, hey, I can only coach the players that I have, but you can call plays to help those players, right?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's a translation. I need to cover my ASS.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Yes. We all know what's about the players. We absolutely know what's about the players. It's always been about the players. Since football has been a sport, it's been about the players. Until the day that we all dead and football's still going on, it's going to be about the players. Oh, but it's about the way you call them plays. That is the mark of a good coach. The mark of a good coach is to be able to identify what type of players you have. The mark of a good coach is to be able to identify how this player should be utilized. The mark of a good coach is to be able to call and set up the right plays at the right time to get its maximum success. So don't start telling me it ain't about the plays. It's 100% as well. It's 100% about the players. It's 100% about the plays. I've said this to you guys many, many, many times before. You cannot and you will not. And I challenge you to find me an offensive coordinator that is honest, that is honest, he will tell you, or she will tell you, there isn't one play that they draw up that isn't a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't. Yeah. Now, you tell me that's about players or that's about plays. You drew this play up with the intention that whoever you put out there, if they do exactly what that play was designed to do, it's to be a touchdown. There is no offensive coordinator on any corner of this world that says, this right here, this is a 6.5-yard play right here. There is none. Their objective is, if the line do this, receivers do this, running back does this, we gonna score. Now you insert the players, and the better the players you have, the more likely that play will work. But make no mistake about it. If you call in some bull plays, if you don't have no creativity in your play calls, in your play designs, in your play script, then that's on you too. He's trying to he trying to cover that John Wayne Hine part. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do.
Nate, everybody talks about Pittsburgh has an identity and has had an identity under Tomlin for years, and then it's right the whole franchise, right?
Yes,
60 years.
Seems like since you guys left, this team hasn't really had an identity. Like, is that big of a deal, or is that something?
Yes, it is.
We just talk about because
yes, it is.
Why is it a big deal?
Because what Jesse said last year or the year before, that this was a Super Bowl built team. We had the talent, but we didn't have the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like these plays that coaches draw up, they hit your head on the goalpost, and the offensive coordinator tell you at worst, it's a first down. At least a first down. Well, those players have to believe that and execute that. What's stopping this team right now is not this team of this year, but the teams of past, the 12-5 teams. Is the mental toughness. Is to not to be denied. To understand the game and to play the game and to know the situations that you're in. Your defense just gave you the ball. You're down 5. They just gave you the ball on the 50. We got to get 7. We need, and we're not going to be denied this. So your execution sharpens, your focus sharpens. I'm not leaving a huddle early. I'm looking in Troy's mouth. I want to see his tonsils because I cannot jump offside. I cannot let John Randall run straight up the field. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to know that Troy's going to get this ball. It's a mental toughness that a lot of people cannot adjust. And I'll give you even more. That's why Michael Jordan was the player he was, because he would literally punch you in your face for doing something wrong. Now, you punch somebody now, you got a lawsuit and half your check on. But it's just a mental toughness that you have to have no matter what happens. That's why every quarterback is not Tom Brady. It's not this kid, because the mental toughness is lacking.
How many teams do you think actually have an identity? We always talk about
the 49ers, Detroit Lions, the Ravens, and the Steelers, and up into 4 years ago, the New England Patriots. It's a mental. It ain't so much that they may run the ball better than you. It ain't so much that they may play defense better than you. Their organization is not going to let certain players last over there.
Yeah.
If you get a Ravens player that does not understand how the Ravens run their defense, then you're not willing to do this, they will let your contract run out. They don't care that they drafted you. They will let that contract run straight on out. You will have to be very, very exceptional for the Ravens to hold on to you. Same with, they drafted some quarterbacks, Pittsburgh, in the first, second round. Where are they now? They home with us. That means they doing the podcast too.
We always associate
they ain't got no Wingstop
teams. No. We always associate teams having
Thanks,
identities with being like physical, hard-nosed teams, but can
running team.
Yeah,
finesse,
I mean, like the Chiefs, do they have an identity? They're not. They're not particularly physical, I don't think, but they win all the time. I mean,
greatness.
No,
they quarterback.
They got Jesus.
Their quarterback would not let their quarterback. See, this is what this is what's so amazing. When you look on TV, and they don't do it to Mahomes yet, but they did it to Brady a lot, where Brady's over the cussing. I mean, they're like, what is Tom's problem? But at the end of the year, they don't want another Super Bowl. That is his problem.
He's a winner.
Yeah, that is. And so Troy did not talk a lot. But when he came to us as offensive line and asked us what the going on, get your together, because we are playing either Philadelphia, Washington, one of those guys, the Cardinals. We're playing one of those guys that are in the East. And we knew how valuable the East was to making a run to the championship, to the NFC championship game. So those games, you was likely to get a Troy or Mike. We didn't listen to Emmett. Sorry, Emmett. We didn't really listen to him when he hollered. You know what I'm saying? But those two guys, you know, I look at Big E, and if Big E raised the focus then on him, because that was our the guy that plays for the 49ers, the left tackle.
Trent Williams.
Yeah, that was our guy. That was our guy.
He was your barometer.
Yeah, when Big E's sitting over there eating it up and shaking his head, I got you, playmaker. I got you. I'm like, okay, I'm falling right.
We better get him.
Yeah. So to me, it ain't so much that you're much more physical than a guy, because you use a perfect example with Kansas City. Kansas City don't always out physical you, but when they need to run the ball to win a Super Bowl,
I think their identity may be just an identity of excellence. Like, go make a play.
Is. Like, there it is.
They know how to win.
They know how to win.
Yeah.
Like they have an identity of winning, and so whether it's Mahomes saying, "Oh, I got 27 seconds," like the guys that get in the huddle, like, no, we can actually win this game. Like there isn't a doubt when you're down 5 or 4 or whatever it is, and you got 28 seconds. But when you get in that huddle, you look at 15. He's like, all right, let's go. And you like, nah, this dude can really do it. He can really. And then defensively, what they got Chris Jones. And countless amount of times when Chris Jones say, hey, coach, I'm gonna make a play. Hey, y'all come with me. You like, man, we done seen this about 5, 6, 7 times. He gonna go do this. And so you follow, you lead into that. Like winning helps that. But you know what I'm saying? Like they've created that atmosphere in places like Kansas City. They created that blue collar, tough, hard nosed, physical brand of football in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And Mike Tomlin has embodied that, and he understands that. He knows what's coming to town, and they say to themselves, it don't gotta be pretty. It don't gotta be pretty. It could be just like our personality. Rugged and a little bit rickety on the edges, and whatever do we come out victorious?
Yeah.
Right? But you know that Pittsburgh defense gonna play physical and hard. They gonna have a bunch of dudes in that defense that's gonna try to take your head off. That's just how that's the brand. That's their brand.
Yeah. And if you think about it, when as you're talking about the great quarterbacks like Mahomes, that's definitely Kansas City's identity, right? Their identity is him. Whatever he needs to do at whatever time. They may be a running team. They're like a chameleon, right? Think about it. Aaron Rodgers, kind of the same way. Brady, he had the pieces around him, but the identity is when it comes down to winning the game.
Partner, I can't agree with you. He had one dude that was a tight end. When Randy Moss left, he had a tight end, and it was a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Up in you disagree?
No,
with me?
but
I'm talking about over the course of his career, though.
Right, but that goes back to the coaching aspect of it.
Yes.
Right, like that goes back to that
just
part.
Covering what you asked him earlier about.
That goes back to that part. That goes back to
you have a dominant coach.
Even when I don't have all the Jimmys and Joes,
yes,
I'm a coach that, and I got the best quarterback in the league. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna call these plays that give those guys an opportunity to be the best version of whatever they are. If they're sixes, I need, if you're 6, you can't give me 4.
Right.
You can't. I need everything of the 6. And that was the thing about Bill. Like even when I got to New England, he was very, very specific. Here's what I need from you. I need you to do this. And he lined it out. And he asked me, do you think you can do that? Yeah. He said, okay.
He gonna give you, he ain't gonna give you a long time to prove it.
No.
Jimmy was the same way. I've seen Jimmy blow into coaches for putting a player in a situation that had not been practiced on or he was ready for. You did not work him in this package all week long. And you put that kid out there. When I first saw Coach Johnson do that, I said, whoa. That means everybody had to be held accountable. And that means a coach, if he asks you to do something, he had to make sure you can do that. And that is what, when I looked at Tom Brady and saw all of these little guys that done got cut from everybody else 2 and 3 times.
Danny Amendola.
Yes.
Danny Woodhead. All these Matthew Slaters of the world.
I mean,
Julius
cut 2 and 3 times. But they had the mental ability, but wasn't as athletic as what the other teams wanted. But they were smart enough to, okay, if I run right here, because they got this dude running over here, they're going to take this dude away. If I run right here, the ball going to be there. And they just run right there and turn around. All of a sudden, they don't march down the field on you. And they had nothing to do with their athletic ability. Like, just say, I need the 6. Give me that number 6.
I guess what I was trying to say, and tell me if you agree or disagree, because – yeah, Brady and Belichick were an anomaly, right? But your great quarterbacks, Peyton Manning, right? When they needed to be a running team, they were a running team.
Yes.
It just depended on – that is your identity as your quarterback. Mahomes the same way, right? Like, if he needs to throw you out of it, he can. If they need to be tough defensively, they can. But ultimately, your team identity is if you have one of the greats. If not, then you need to be like a Baltimore that's got –
a system. A real good system for their quarterback.
Or the Steelers.
Yeah, I remember the great general manager for them. He's
Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie Newsome. And I met him at the Senior Bowl. Bless her, great man, gentleman. He didn't tell me he was too busy like I told other guys. Thank you, Ozzie. Yeah, I'm glad.
I'm working.
I'm glad he didn't do that to me. I just can't believe I did that, but not at that camp. But anyway, He and his head coach, John Harbaugh, I got the right Harbaugh, right? Yeah. They made a decision when they got this kid. They didn't make it right away, but going into his second year, they made a decision. We drafted this kid. We finna sell out for this kid. And they made a conscious decision. A lot of people get a quarterback and will not sell out for them. Now, they'll say they are. And I'll give you a perfect example. Justin Fields is basically the same guy that was in Chicago. But now they ain't asking him to hold that ball, throw it 80 yards down the field, knowing that he don't have time and he can't really read. They're throwing it out wide, making you stretch the field. They're giving you a little something in the middle. They're getting to the sticks. And they telling this kid, son, don't, Mike Tomlin, don't make a mistake. Yeah, because we got your competition sitting right here, so don't make a mistake. And so that is the difference between an obvious Chicago team, because they got a new quarterback. I mean, he's supposed to be the next coming of Mahomes. That boy's struggling. And I don't think it's his ability. It's just where he's at and not putting it, like me, I'll be running the ball to death. I'll be like, we're going to run. We're not going to kill this kid. But
all right, let's take our last break. When we come back, hang on to the phone. I know we got some callers. We'll take more phone calls, give you our predictions, and more on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Everything I would think about saying, I was like, this is not going to come back good. Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, before we get to predictions, Chris, get everybody ready in the back because we're running out of time.
All right, I will.
We're going to go to the phones really quick. We got a couple of calls. Be fast. Who do we have?
Samuel in Jackson, Mississippi.
Samuel Jackson in Mississippi. Get them snakes.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Hey, I've been listening to shows since Kurt didn't have hair, so I'm glad I finally got to call in.
There you go. Right. Appreciate you listening, man.
I'll be quick. I think that Pittsburgh's going to get a safety. It'll be 15-17 Cowboys.
Whoa! I like it.
We've had too much bad luck going on. Something's got to break for us this week, so hopefully we'll pull it off.
All right. Well, appreciate you listening and calling in, Samuel. Keep hold Mississippi down, man.
All right. Hey, come see us, Nate.
I will, my brother. I'm passing through. I'll be
gas
passing
is
through.
$2.31 at that Pilot.
Say what?
Gas is $2.31 at that Pilot.
I got to ride down there just to get the gas.
Hey, just wave at him because he'll probably be working. Just wave and be like, hey, how you doing, man? Appreciate the call, Samuel. Thank you. I love people from Mississippi. Only state that's worse than Louisiana and the whole union.
Way to knock them down. Try to build them up and knock them down. That's what I mean. You got a bad rep now.
It was always Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas fighting for last and everything. So
I can tell y'all the story of how it's going to be funny.
Oh, all right. Let's hurry up and get off the air then. Last call of the day. Who we got, Chris?
We got Bob in the Rio Grande Valley.
Bob. What's up, Bob?
Hey, guys. Before I get to my point, I want to pay a compliment just to you, Jesse. You know, we don't agree on a lot of things, but I'll tell you one thing. The job that you did on that Mary and Barbara documentary, you're to be congratulated. That was a masterpiece, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Now,
I appreciate that.
I'll pick the Cowboys in a close one. I think that it's going to come together this week. I think that some of those guys that have been second string and benching this year are going to come out and play their hearts out. I think it's going to be a close game. I see the Cowboys winning 12-10. You guys have a great weekend, and thank you for everything you do.
Yes.
12-10.
Appreciate that, Bob. And shout out to Caden Gates, Alex Lilly. Who else was on that one? Who else was on that one?
There's some people that was involved in that one, bro.
Oh, man, I'm not. They were the two men.
But Caden Gates, he was the.
He flew out the camp.
Yeah, he was
Harris.
Nick Harris. Caden Gates was the one that spearheaded that Marion Barber one. So that's a lot of credit goes out to Caden Gates. Job well done.
And let me say, he went through some emotional times, trying, because everybody wanted to impose their will on it. So the guys like you who could straighten and knew the truth, Caden was battling a whole lot of people outside. So Caden, great job. Alex Lilly, great job. Nick, great job. Because they were battling some outside forces. The boy, it's ugly when you're trying to put something good together and you got outside forces trying to bear down on you.
All right, fellas, it's that time every week where we give our picks that are usually wrong, but we give them anyway.
we right. We gonna be right.
Jesse was almost
perfect
on.
last week.
He was very good. So
on everything.
We'll save you for last.
Okay.
All right.
You got me We got them, bro.
Perfect on everything last week. Screwed up the Wingstop order this week. It's fine. All right. Nate, let's go to you
I'm with
first.
the last caller, but I'm saying we're going to beat them 3-0.
3-0. Which, you know what? If there's a week that score might be true with the rain and the wind and these two teams, it could be a possibility. Kurt, what you got, man?
I picked them to win prior to the season. Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys to win before the season. I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to bet with my heart.
You act like you hurting to do that, man.
I am. But I'm going to go with my heart.
You swallow one of them bones and stick it in him. Oh,
yeah. Let's see. It'll be like.
You ever swallowed a bone before, Kurt?
No.
Don't wish that on nobody,
sir.
bro.
I don't know. 23-17.
23-17. Kurt, I love the enthusiasm. I don't know. 23-17. Chris, what you got?
I got 35-30 Cowboys.
That's
35-30.
Holy cow.
Damn,
that's significant.
Sheesh.
All right.
That's significant.
What's significant about it? That was the last time tell us.
Aha! The last time we went up there was 35-30.
Okay. All right. But that was 2016?
But was it
2016? Zeke.
That was young Zeke.
Was it
young Zeke?
Severe thunderstorm warnings and 89-mile-an-hour winds?
No, but it was cold if I remember correctly. There was rain
cold.
too, I believe.
It was cold.
That was that Zeke screen to the house, right?
It was, yeah. To seal it.
But the end of the game? Seal of the game was the Zeke right up the middle.
Zeke
That's right.
Zeke had a screen of 85 yards.
That's right. Yeah.
To seal the game, it was
to be
right up the middle.
Just to have that. Zeke used to get it. To get it
out the gate.
Josh, what's Josh got, Chris?
Josh has 31-20 Cowboys.
31-20. What about Jazz?
Jazz, what was yours again? 28-24.
Cowboys? Man, there's some optimistic
Bunch of
folks
homers
in
in
this
here.
place,
Yeah.
but I am not one of them. You got to show me something. Too many injuries, too many problems on the road. I'm going to go.
Remember that was Geek against the Ravens.
I'm going to go Steelers. 17, Cowboys. How many field goals can they kick? 17-12.
Just letting you know the Cowboys are undefeated on the road this year. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, well, throw whatever you want. Still got to show me. Jesse, I have a feeling you're going to be dooming.
But you just said they have problems on the road and they're undefeated at home.
We clapping because you brought in these wings, and you're the reigning voice of reason.
Yeah, I'm not as optimistic as y'all. I'm just not. I'm not as optimistic as y'all. There's a lot that has to happen for this football team, the Cowboys football team, to win this game. Mainly Dak Prescott. I know he said he does not want to get outside himself and be Superman. You don't have a chance if you're not Clark Kent. I'm sorry. So you better. I tweeted his tailor the other day. I said, you got a tearaway suit? I said, you got a tearaway material suit for Dak to wear this weekend?
Getting that phone booth.
I got the Cowboys losing this game. Pittsburgh 21, Cowboys 16.
21.
But if the Cowboys can somehow, somewhere score 24-5.
What's the magic number? If they get to a certain point total, they win the game.
If Justin Fields throws the ball more than 17 times.
You going off the throws.
Do you pick the same score for all your shows?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
I would get confused.
I am so all over the place.
I would be too. I think every show I would probably wind up with a different score.
I picked 4 shows. 4 different shows. I picked the same score.
What about you, Chris? Do you pick the same score, or does no one even ask you except us?
You guys are usually the only one that asks me.
That's why we're your favorite show. That's why you put more effort into us than you do.
I mean,
any
Nick never asked me. I put a lot of work in his show.
He helped. He helped every
that.
show. I mean, every chance he get to correct Mickey. He corrects.
He's back there doing the research.
Bro.
No, Mickey, you're wrong.
Job well
Today
done,
was
Chris.
legendary.
Job well done,
Today
Chris.
was legendary, though.
Job well done, Chris.
No, today was
Every
legendary.
chance he get, he will correct me. Hey,
He said this on the air. He said, "What do you think the
See
chances of Parsons playing?" He goes, "What are they gonna be listed at?" He goes, "Out doubtful." I'm like, out doubtful isn't a classification. Either you're out or you're doubtful.
Job well done, Christopher.
That's a marathon, ain't it?
That's a marathon. That is definitely
You know what?
a Connor B.
I'm like, what?
We need to start
funny, though.
labeling any mistake or any misspeak. That was a marathon.
It's a little marathon right now.
Please, I better stop because I'll be planning to be on the TV. Marathon.
All right, we got to get to a story off the air from Nate. So good show.
Oh.
Thanks for the wings,
Thanks
Mo.
for the
Thanks for the wings,
Thanks for
dog.
picking them up,
That last
Jesse,
minute
Kurt.
move.
Good
Thanks,
seeing you,
bro.
Chris. Thanks for keeping us on the air.
Don't
Jazz
forget my
and
boy
Josh.
there.
Thanks for keeping Chris company in the back. Come to Oktoberfest, Cowboys Victory Monday. Hopefully, me and Jesse are wrong.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!